So there's mounds all around the United States, but they don't tell you what's in them or show you. Here's a mound before picture when they before they unearthed them down in Mexico, okay, down in Belize actually, okay. Now this is before, this is after. See why they not digging up these mounds? Let's see a guy that tells you how many mounds there are. But before I do that, let me just show you more mounds or structures that they have down in Belize, in the central Mexico area, Panama, all that area. Mountainous structures. Mountainous structures. Multiple structures. And they're all over the place. This is a rendition of what one would have looked like once they finally get it unearthed. So yeah, we may take these mud hill looking things for granted here in the United States, because they don't want you to know about that shit. And the remains and things that they find inside of them. I can go on and on and on and on and on on the original they found. That's a remake what the artist drew from what they actually found. They found this shit. You see the deer, another deer, person on top of the deer, man with a spear, direct colors, like a cartoon scene.
In America, we have 100,000 mounds, one of which is almost as big as its base is an acre bigger than the Great Pyramid. There's 120 mounds at Cahokia, and all of Egypt has like 106 or 108 pyramids. And it's not as old as the civilizations here. South America has mounds dating to 8,400 BC, and South America has more stone structures. I mean, all the stone structures in Egypt would probably fit in one city in South America, one of the ancient cities there. Well, there's 100,000 mounds in North America, and the oldest mound in North America now dates to 9,000 BC, 11,000 years old. Nothing in Egypt dates to that. Now, I suspect there were people there in Egypt, but there's no remnants of them from them. So things here, America and South America and Central America, my God, man, the mounds are incredible. The museums that show the things from the mounds are incredible.
The LiDAR imagery reveals hundreds of well-defined circular mounds. Note the various sizes of the mounds, including the cluster of smaller mounds in the southeastern part of this image. Let's now move to typology number 2, patterned clusters located on lower river terraces. This is Humphrey Slough on the east side of the Ouachita River in southern Arkansas. The area is heavily forested. The satellite imagery doesn't reveal much. If you strip away the forest, however, you get this interesting image of a number of circular mounds.
They're every goddamn where, and you can see them. I mean, just look in this square alone. You see those big circular formations? You know, think of those. You know how many homes you can fit in this square acre of land? I think a 40-acre plot of land, you could, I don't know, you can Google how many homes you can fit in a 40-acre plot of land. So then you look at these structures are bigger than homes.
This is a Maya site that's super colossal. I've stood on these pyramids. This is now being, they're excavating here. This is the Danta pyramid here in the distance. That is completely made out of stone. And big blocks of stone like this. And they didn't stack them up this way, one on top of the other. They turned them in this way, so they went into the pyramid, doing 4 times as much work as they otherwise would have done. Connected to this one on the left, El Tigre, by a great big causeway. It's not only the largest pyramid in the Maya area, it's the largest pyramid in the New World, and it's probably, in terms of bulk, the largest pyramid in the world, period. It's just amazing, and nobody conceived of this earlier. So there we are. And what happened to these sites? Actually, El Mirador and all the sites in that area disappeared about 200 AD. They have a collapse that nobody even thought about, and that's a mystery.
Like I was showing y'all, sites that they are unearthing now. Look at that castle on top. People had their own homes on top of huge pyramidal structures with their ancestors buried in these tombs in the structures that they could actually go down into and actually go pay their respects. So they're living on top of their ancestors. Imagine, you don't even need paperwork, nigga. My people is under me, and that's what they know, man. Out here, our people are under us, are under our feet somewhere. You know what I mean? So this right here reminds me of what we know the truth now was saying or showing about the Duchy of Cornwall. Let me show you. Now this is in South America. You got a big mound structure, and it's this whole thing. This whole thing is the mound. This whole thing is the mound structure. And then you got this castle. This castle right here. So it's almost very close. Not exactly, but very similar to stuff like this over there in the England, Europe area. Okay, look at the mound. It's a mound with a castle on the top. Okay, as well as another with a bunch of structures as well, but as well as St. Michael's Mount. Now notice they call it a mount instead of a mound. You mount yourself at a top of a mound that just you see how they're playing with you, but you see the mound where they mount themselves on. Okay, and this is an even more breathtaking image of what it exactly looks like. A real castle on a hell of a big mound structure. We've been doing this stuff. Don't let them fool you. The proof is everywhere. The proof is just right below America in Mexico. But the proof is still here too. They just don't want to dig all these up. You see why now? They'd have a lot of explaining to do.